Hello everybody! Yesterday I released the long-awaited trailer for the BrookBlox second trailer. In the first trailer for BrookBlox, it showed a scene that had nothing to do with the show. It was not canonical, which means you will never see that scene in the show. However, the second trailer actually showed a footage from the actual thing. And so you may be thinking, what's next for BrookBlox? Well, I'm not going to be releasing a third trailer because BrookBlox is coming out in May 1st. It showed that in the trailer, so yeah, it's coming out in only 2 weeks. So I don't have really any time to make a third trailer, and I don't plan to make a third trailer. So on May 1st, you will see the long-awaited pilot for BrookBlox. Now, if you don't know what a pilot is, it's basically the very first episode of a show. And if it becomes popular, then that show becomes greenlit. So a pilot is basically the gateway into new concepts. The Digital Circus, for example, had a pilot, and after it became extremely popular, it was greenlit, and the pilot was renamed to Episode 1. Pilots aren't usually meant to be first episodes, and that's going to be for BrookBlox. And if the pilot does well, then it is going to be officially Episode 1. Also, Episode 1 or the pilot for BrookBlox is basically a setup. It's the start of the story that you need to know to understand the lore of it. And I'm going to be saying it now so you can remember in the future. BrookBlox is going to have 6 episodes. Yeah, it's going to have 6 episodes. And if you want to get that deep lore dive, Episode 3 is the one. So yeah, midway through the series, Episode 3 is going to show a lot of lore. More lore than the others. Episode 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 are going to be about character development. Basically like the amazing Digital Circus. And then Episode 3 is going to be centered around Gad. And since Gad is like, the main antagonist, I guess you could say, then, yeah, that's going to be where all the lore comes from. And I made a video, like, a couple of days ago, I forgot. Okay, yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. If you look at a video made 2 weeks ago, it's called I'm Making a Game. Basically, what I'm planning to do, I don't know if the game is going to become a reality. That's if BrookBlox does well. Okay, so if BrookBlox does well, then I'll be able to have money to fund the game. So the game is 100 times better than the show. Also, I'm going to say it right now, the game I'm making has nothing to do with BrookBlox. It's a whole nother story. And now I'm going to go on an analysis of the trailer if you don't understand. So in the first frame, we can see the title BrookBlox. This is going to be at the very start of the episode. So yeah, it's going to show that logo. We can then see a frame from the clip I showed in one of my last videos. I forget which one. We could just go ahead and skip this part. That totally isn't anything that is going to be relevant. We can then see this, which is actually a clip from my April Fool's video, which I tricked you into thinking the pilot was really Obama light. We then can see the pilot for Digital Circus going at 100 miles per hour. Then we can see the BrookBlox logo with Turtle merch in the background. And the long-awaited release date, it's coming out May 1st, which that isn't really in a long time, which I actually planned for it to release sometime in May. So yeah, now that's really all there is for this video. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the trailer. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. So yeah. There's actually a clip I leaked for one of the episodes. It's in one of my earlier videos, but I forgot which one.